Okay, let's take a look at some of the ones I've created and talk about strategies on how to get started. Okay, so I have some alphabets down here. You can see some of the faces I made. I went ahead and duplicated this one so we can kind of dismantle it, okay? Now, the first thing you want to do is you want to decide what is your anchor shape going to be, okay? So for this, I started with these two P's, okay, that I rotated on each other, okay? So the first thing you want to do is figure out, okay, what is going to be my anchor shape? You can see here that the T was the anchor shape. That's the thing that's holding it together, okay? On this one, it's this S that I flipped on itself, all right? So as I slowly start to build this back out, then I decided to do exclamation points for the eyes and this element that's kind of hanging down that's sort of like illustrating a nose. And then I simply brought over a V that I rotated to create the other part of the nose. Okay, so it's pretty simple construction. Okay, let's go over to our new one. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is decide what is going to be my anchor shape. All right, and for some reason I was looking at Q. So let's take a look at that. I'm going to copy this. I'm going to make a new text layer. I'm going to paste it. All right, and I'm going to zoom in on it. Get my move tool. One of the first things remember we can do is I'm going to click on transform controls and suddenly look at how much creative control I have over this shape. All right, I can flip it any way I want. I can rotate it. I can scale it up or down. I can make it fatter or skinnier. All right. So I'm going to do some kind of a symmetrical design where it's the same on both sides. So I'm going to right click on this and duplicate this layer. Now I have two. And the first thing I'll do is I'm just going to flip this horizontally. And see, once I put these together, does it start to create any kind of face element? Look at that. I already have an interesting set of eyes, maybe an eyebrow or something. I can also take this and select both those layers together and flip this vertically. Then I can start working with it like that. I'm kind of feeling it the other way, so I'm going to Control Z to undo that. Right? Now I'm going to come down here and figure out what my next element's going to be. Okay, so this is how you start. This is my foundational pieces. This is my starting building blocks. I use the keys and the cues on this one. You can do it with a single letter, just like I did with this one with like a T. You can do it with two letters, like I did with this one with a P. All right. So figure out what your foundational letter is.